What's going on, everybody? This is Drew Harmony, and we are back with another episode of TMP Tip Tuesdays. Now, this week, I got a special guest for you guys. Now, 4 years ago, during my studies at Berklee College of Music, I had the privilege to sit down with Grammy Award Winning Engineer, record producer, musician, and professor, Mr. Prince Charles Alexander. He was an amazing professor and still is at Berklee College of Music, who was always there to lend his ears, knowledge, and expertise to our students. For those of you who may not be familiar with Prince Charles, he has garnered more than 40 platinum and gold certifications from the RIAA and has multiple Grammy Awards and nominations. Some of the clients that he's worked with, let's just say Usher, Mary J. Blige, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, the Notorious B.I.G., Brandy, Destiny's Child, back when they was rocking, Brian McKnight, Boyz II Men, Babyface, Sting, and many others. In this interview, he gave me quality tips that I can't wait to show you guys, tips that I still carry to this day as an artist. And without further ado, Mr. Prince Charles Alexander. So this questionnaire is going to the new entrepreneur, musician, producer, songwriter, singer, artist going into this industry now that isn't making that type of money that you've been making over the years. What could you tell? What advice could you give a young musician, entrepreneur about I guess going into an industry that's kind of struggling right now? What advice could you give them?
Okay, so this is a great question, and a lot of successful people will tell you follow your heart, follow your dreams, don't chase the money and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe that. I think that all of the successful people that say that to you, there was something fortuitous that happened in their lives that opened up a door where they no longer had to chase the money, and they could follow their heart. Until you get to that situation, you better chase the money. You better not just follow your heart, because you'll follow your heart right off a cliff. So basically, quantity is huge when you're young and you're starting off. Because as a businessman, as a potential collaborator with you, there's a couple of things that you can sell to me. You can sell to me that you're young, you're youth. You can sell to me that you're creative, but everybody's creative, right? You can sell to me that you have an understanding of the competition in the marketplace that you're entering into. That's good, and you've got a keen and a clear understanding of competition. And then here is the thing that you're really going to sell to me: your process. The fact that you can make a good song is okay, good. But there's 300,000 people that can make a good song. What's your process? How quickly can you make a good song? How many compositions can you make in a short period of time? So let's put 3 producers on the table. One producer does a song a day, like a song, not a beat, a song a day. There's 365 days in a year. He takes 2 months off for vacation. That's 60 days. He comes out of that year with 300 complete songs that have viability. Another one writes a song a week. There's 52 weeks in a year. He takes 2 weeks off vacation. That's 50 songs in that calendar year. Another one writes a song a month. That's 12 songs. Okay. All 3 of them might only have 2 good songs that year. So one did it 12 times, one did it 50 times, one did it 300 times. There's more potential that the guy that did 300 songs, I can maybe get 5 songs out of him because of that quantity. And the quantity is actually informing the process so that the process is getting better and better. It's like being a quarterback. The more times you throw the ball, the more precise throwing the ball gets. Doing it 12 times is different from doing it 50 times, which is different from doing it 300 times. And guess what? You can control quantity. You can't control whether somebody's going to buy your record. You can't control whether somebody's going to want to be your business partner and distribute your records. You can control quantity. And quantity is a saleable commodity. So a lot of people would say to me, Prince Charles, I want to make 300 songs and, maybe 280 of my songs are not good. There's somebody else out here who's doing 300 songs and all 300 of them are good. And that's up to you to up your game so that your analysis of your competition is so clear that every time you sit down and you go to write a song, you're looking at the lyrical development, you're looking at the melodic development, the harmonic development, the rhythmic development, and actually bringing your A game to every composition that you compose. A lot of people don't realize they're not bringing their A game. And then maybe you've got, if you're the 300 person song, you take song 6 and song 212 and you blend concepts and you start to really think a whole different way. If you've only got 12 songs, you may be like, well, these are my babies and I love them and I can't bring a collaborator in, and it's such a messy way, because at Bad Boy, most of those songs were teamwork efforts. We had one guy doing a beat, another guy doing keyboards, another guy doing lyrics, another person doing lyrics and melody. There was no, I've got a thing and it works. There was, we've got a thing, now let's make it better and better. So if you start off with a huge amount of a repertoire that people can listen to, then you can go in with collaborators and chip away at that repertoire and maybe make 5, 6, 7, or 8 of those better. So quantity or quality? Quality should be a given. It's what you're supposed to be doing with your downtime, is making your quality, your analysis of how to bring quality to the table. That should be what you are doing, and it should be a given. If I hire you, I shouldn't be trying to wonder if you got quality. It's supposed to be there already. And if it's not there, guess what? We ain't going to be together that much longer. What I need from you now is quantity. And quantity is the way to get in the door. And then you'll know when you can pull back from 300. But I think being 300 is a way to flex early along in your career, so people go, oh my God, this guy's a genius. I've never been around anybody that did 300 songs in a year. And people start talking about you, and it starts having a life of its own. The conversation about who you are starts to have a life of its own. And then you maybe do it 2 years, 3 years running, and then you become this iconic figure of somebody who does 300 songs in a year. And then maybe you pull back to 50 or pull back to 12. People still remember you as the 300 song guy. So you've pulled your quantity back, but everyone remembers you're that person. And I've seen Charlie do it. Charlie Puth did it recently. That's exactly who he was. That's exactly what he did. Non-stop, every day, another composition, cover song, boom. I'll do a guitar version of this. I'll do a piano version of that. Boom, original song. Cover, original, cover, original, cover, original. Guess what's happening when he's doing cover, original, cover, original? His songwriting is getting better. His melodies are getting better. His lyrical content is getting better. He's informing himself every time he steps to the DAW. That is the only thing you can control. You can't control any of this other stuff. But you can control your output. And your output is what you sell.
Oh man, that was good.